Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of Andy Robinson RC. Cheers for checking out the channel. Now, today's video, we've got something what I consider a bit special. We have a new in-box vintage Mardave Cobra. Now, when I say vintage, it's because obviously the design is from the 90s, or the early 90s. Now, this particular Cobra that I've been lucky enough to get my hands on, I think was reissued in the early 2000s, because they did make a re-release of it in the early 2000s, which I think this is. Now, to be honest, there isn't many differences between an original Cobra release and the early 2000s one. And saying that, even the even the Evo Cobra that's been released at the end of 2020, beginning of 2021, there are some differences, but there isn't tons and tons. Anyway, yes, so I've got this Mardave Cobra, and I want to say a massive thanks to Mr. Lee Paul Bishop, who had a few of these kits, and I was lucky enough to get one off him. Which I'm very grateful for, because I had been toying with looking for a Cobra, because one, English manufacturer for a start, and I actually love my Tamiya's and I like running my Associateds, but I really thought I should have a classic English made Buggy, and well, you haven't got too many choices where you go for. You either go for Schumacher or Mardave, and I've had a few Cobras in the past, long time ago, and I thought, well, I'd like to get one at some point, and I managed to find this one new in box. So we're going to have a closer look at it. First thing is, I love the box. The box is immaculate. Look at the artwork for it, so vibrant and fresh, which is really good. I'm loving that. So that's cool. Actually, one thing, before we go any further, I did have a brief chat with the chap that I bought this from, Lee Paul Bishop. Now, he said to me that he was the one of the original owners of Mardave. So obviously, I'm taking his word at I'd say face value, but that is so cool as well. Just the fact that Lee, who used to own Mardave, had a few of these kits left, and obviously he was getting rid of them, and I was lucky enough to get hold of one. So I'm really grateful that he let me buy one from him. So yeah. Anyway, let's have a look at this. But yes, look at that box. Love it. Okay, so if I tip this up, we can have a quick see what's in there. So put this up here. Try not to drop it everywhere, which it is. The shot's coming out. There we go. How cool. Okay, so we'll go through everything you get with it. Now, I wasn't aware if this is the case or not, but maybe if anyone can tell me, if you've had an original Cobra, you bought one in the past, you could let me know. But this came with 2 sets of wheels and tyres, which is ace. So that was cool. So yeah, we've and now the tyres, they are proper Mardave ones. You've got MardaveRacing.com on the side. But they are a different spike pattern to the original ones. Now, the original spike pattern tyres are a bit more reminiscent of the Schumacher long spikes. Well, I think they are anyway. But yeah, so they're the tyres. I've got 2 sets of rear tyres. They look a bit more like a more traditional Schumacher mini spike style. But that's cool. We've got 2 of them. And you've got the 2 sets of front tyres as well. So that's ace. No inserts as far as I know. Now the tyres do feel quite stiff, so I'm imagining, the dry grass, dry long grass, running for them. So yeah, we've got front and rear sets. Now we also got again, to go with it, 2 sets of wheels. That's cool. So that's the front and rear. I think there's 5 here. Yeah, 6-spoke wheels. I can't count. I'm going to say 5. So again, we've got 2 lots of wheels. So even as well, this is cool. It's even still, obviously, because it's new. It's still got the price of what it costs on them, which is £2.45. Which is ace. And now, to be honest, even if you go on the Mardave website now and buy, because you can still get parts for the Cobra, and obviously because of the Evo, the parts are still virtually the same price anyway. So it's so cool. I love it. Okay, now we've got here the rear coil and front coil spring shocks. These are obviously all oil filled as well, which is good. Now, I don't know how much use this car will get. I might do a bit of vintage racing with it as well. We shall see. But it'll be built with these shocks. Whether I will keep them on, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I just love the packaging. It's so retro. It's ace. Great. So we've got the shocks there. There isn't a great deal actually to build in this kit. Okay, so we've got a parts bag here. It hasn't got a number on it, but you can see there. So in this here, you've got the alloy motor mount, gearbox halves, idler gear and lay shaft, and we've got the differential there and the outdrives already pre-built. I like that because I hate building diffs, so never a big fan of building diffs. So there you go, that's cool. And then that's the steering assembly, your bell cranks for the steering. And it has a note on it. It says, fit the thin N3 washer on the chassis under the pivot peg to ensure that the circlip can be fitted correctly. So yeah, notes for building. Also as well, it came with a set of bearings for the car. The only ones it doesn't have bearings for are the front wheels, so I'll have to find some bearings for the front wheels. But the rear hubs and the gearbox and everything, all bore raced. So that's cool. Now I think they've been added because this is the Cobra Sport, this kit, and you wouldn't have got bearings with it. I think you might have got the 2 large bearings that go in the gearbox, but you didn't get the rest of the bearings for it. So that's cool that they're in there. Now, I'm not sure what those are actually. They look like spot lamps to me. Look like spot lamps for the body, but I don't actually, you can see them there. So I presume they're for the body, but I can't see any spot lamps on it. But, or they're not for this car at all. I don't know, but they might come in handy. What else? And here we go, another servo mounts. And again here we've got the spur gear and pinion gear as well. So it's all good. And we move on. We'll look at the body shell in a minute. Okay. And here again we have got the battery holders right there. So they are what hold the batteries in. So this will be running, well, you will be able to fit in a LiPo in here if you use the stick patch 8 ones, but I'll be using 10.2 NIMS as usual. But yeah, there you go. So that is the battery retainer there that mounts longitudinally in the centre of the chassis. What else have we got? Okay, now we've got the steering tie rods, and you've also got the upper links in there, which I think I will probably change out for turnbuckles at some point. So we've got them. And this one, some more hardware. And here you've got the front bulkhead, the bumper, you've got the front shock mount and wishbones in that one. And in the back you've got the axle with this bag, you've got the axles, the rear shock tower mount, and you've got the drive shafts and the hubs and wishbones and the fitments for it. And then here we have the chassis which has been countersunk, which is cool, and there it is. Now, the earlier Cobra kits, the chassis on them did either come in yellow for the Sport, which is this, or if you had the blue one, the blue coated one, then that was usually for the TQ, which stands for top qualifier. So yeah, but on this later reissue, it's in bare metal, which I quite like. I think that's cool. Okay, and then here we have the manual for it. Now, I say manual, the build manual and things. It's more of a guide. It's more of a guide than anything. So, decals as well. But yeah, so that's what came with it to build the car. Okay, now it's nothing like what you'd expect from Tammy or anything like that, but that's what not Mardave aren't about that. So it's here's your instruction manual. You get an exploded diagram of all the parts. And there. And then what it does do, it's it starts off with the front suspension, and it gives you like some a little bit of blurb with the parts numbers, and then a diagram of what it should look like when it's built. So then you read it, find the parts, and build it up to match the picture. And that's what it does pretty much all the way through the manual. But until you end up with something like that. So, I mean, they're, compared to like a modern car or, anything like that, or even some of the Tammys, there isn't a great deal of parts to this. But that's part of the charm, I think. They are cool buggies, and I look forward to building this up. Don't know when I'm going to be building this yet. I might make it jump the queue and just get it built. I'm not sure, because I'm after looking at it, I'm quite itching to build this. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. There are some other things coming up first on the channel. Anyway, let's have a look. The original decal sheet for it, which is cool. Quite sparse stickers, amount of stickers, but again, they look cool on the buggy when it's done. We've got that. And then onto the wing. That's the Cobra wing. So it's hard to see when you're looking at clear plastics. So again, this will be sprayed up. And then this is the Cobra body. Again, simple. It's an easy one to cut out. There isn't a great deal to cut, but that's fine. Again, not very good at cutting. Anyway, I'm sure my fantastic wife will cut out the body and decals for me if I'm nice to her. So that's the body shell as well. So yeah. So overall, I am super pleased to get hold of one of these. And again, I'm going to be looking forward to getting this built in the near future. We'll see. It might jump the queue. Who knows? What I will say as well, I say this is the Cobra Sport, and then you could get the TQ. Now the differences between the Sport and the TQ. Well, one, the chassis tended to be in a blue finish for the TQ. Okay, you've got the bearings for the TQ kit. Also, they put a slipper clutch on the TQ kit as well. And I think, yes, the front shock tower, in fact, you can see it on the box. If you look at the front of the box, the picture on it there, you can see there's like I think it's a GRP shock mount for the Cobra on that. And that's what you'd get with the TQ, where the Sport has got a sort of plastic moulded one, which is no biggie. But again, I might look to update that as well. We shall see. But as I say, there's no rush to do that. And I am sort of contemplating fitting the Mardave Cobra Evo differential to this, and maybe the updated spur gear and slipper clutch assembly. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I could well just build it as it is for now and see how we get on. Because I think at least it would be nice to drive it stock first, then maybe do the upgrades and, you know, see what it's like afterwards. So there you go, that is my new inbox, a Mardave Cobra. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. I think it's absolutely ace to have one of these, especially a new one. And yeah, okay. Cheers for watching this video. Much appreciated as always. Thank you for your support. If you would like to see more RC content or check out our other videos, please consider subscribing to the channel, giving us a like and hitting that notification bell. And it is much appreciated as always. Okay, right, we shall see you soon. Take care and look after yourselves. See you later.